What's up everyone? The latest patch is here and it's a game changer. Gear modifications are finally live, letting you take your gear to the next level with customizable attributes, but, and here's the kicker, the only way to get modification material is by purchasing it from the store. Yep, you heard me right. So if you're investing in this feature, you'll want to maximize your results. Watch this video before you touch anything. Let me show you exactly how to make the most of gear modification, avoid wasting your material, and build the perfect gear for your account. Stick around because I got some critical tips from my tests that you won't want to miss. Let's break it down. Gear modification lets you roll random attributes on your equipment. Each piece of gear has a unique exclusive attribute and several common attributes. When you modify, the system generates random types and values for these attributes. The better the values, the higher the rarity, from 1 star all the way to the elusive 5 stars. Here's what you're up against. The odds of rolling a 5-star attribute are just 4%, while 4 stars sits at 15%. Most of your rolls will land in the 1 to 3 star range, so managing your expectations and resources is key. Here's where it gets tricky. You can lock specific attributes to preserve them during future modifications. This is great if you rolled something you really needed, like Archer Attack or Cavalry HP, but locking increases the cost of modification and the number of materials required, especially as you unlock additional slots. Speaking of slots, you start with 1, and each new slot requires a 5-star attribute in the previous one to unlock. This means the deeper you go, the more expensive it gets. So how do you approach this without breaking the bank? From my tests, here's the strategy I recommend. 1. Roll freely at first. Don't lock any attributes in the beginning. Your goal is to roll a 4 or 5-star attribute as quickly as possible on each piece of gear. Save your resources for when it counts. 2. Lock what matters. Once you hit a 5-star attribute, lock it immediately. If you roll a critical attribute for your build, like Archer Attack or Infantry Defense, lock it too, even if it's not 5-star. This way you can focus on improving the remaining slots without risking your key attributes. 3. Target the right stats. Identify the attributes that best fit your playstyle. For example, if you're an Archer main, prioritize Archer Attack, HP, and Defense. 4. Manage costs. Remember, each slot you unlock and each locked attribute increases the cost. Only unlock additional slots when you're confident in your current setup. 5. Play the odds. With a 4% chance for a 5-star, be prepared for a grind. Don't expect perfection overnight and avoid overspending chasing ideal rolls. Here's an example from my own tests. I rolled a 5-star, exactly what I wanted here, so I locked it in and I started working on the second slot. After a few tries, I landed a 4-star, which is another must-have for me. Locking these 2 attributes increased my costs, but the results were worth it. Let's see how this impacts my gameplay. With these attributes in place, my den losses were lower. The difference is night and day. Gear modification might be pricey, but when done right, it is a massive upgrade to your stats. So to recap, focus on rolling high-value attributes, lock only what's essential, and plan your expenditures carefully. Gear modification is an investment, but the results speak for themselves. Drop a comment below with your best rolls and let's compare strategies. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips and updates. Oh, and don't forget to support me on Patreon. I'll be showing what I rolled in full detail. Thanks, I'll see you in the next video.